Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Cama, greatest threat to Christendom. Femi Fani-Kayode. This country, we don't know what is going on. They've left the important issue they should be discussing. Issue of health, issue of bandits, issues of malnutrition, good water supply, electricity. Buhari did not come to tell us that he was coming to face churches and to bring down the work of God with regards to Christianity. The one going on in southern Kaduna, it's not enough. The one going on in the north is not enough. We've been telling Nigerians that there is an agenda, and they will say, what do you mean by an agenda? It's happening. You can see it before your very eyes. Fulani herdsmen, bandits are infiltrating into the south, into the rainforests. They are all there, positioning themselves. And like my ATLR will keep giving signals, and people ignore it. These things are happening real life. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. A very warm, big thank you to every one of you, to your continuous support. Thank you so much. God bless you. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and to subscribe if this is your first time. What has the church got to do with the politics of today? Why is the church trustees an issue to why is it a threat to Nigerian politics? And why is the church account a must for Nigerian politicians? Is there something more than we know? Is there something more than is happening? Well, we got a revelation some time ago that some things were revealed that this administration is trying to Islamize Nigeria. Part of it is Southern Kaduna are predominantly Christians, and we can see what is going on, and nobody is speaking into that space. Right now, they want to make the church, if they can, because the church is not a human entity, it's a spiritual entity, it's a living organism, as powerless as they can. So they want to appoint people that are not Christians to oversee the church and to clamp down on the church accounts. So they don't want the church to have any form of power at all. They know that in the south, the southeast and the southwest, the church is one of the voices that is able to speak. So what they want to do is to make sure that, money, they say, is part of power. They want to make sure that the church does not have that's a sort of buoyancy. Let's get on straight into the news and get all the details. Cama, greatest threat to Christendom. Femi Fani-Kayode tells Buhari. Quickly, Buhari has signed it too, but will not sign that bandits and Fulani herdsmen be dealt with. What's his name? Garuba Shey will tell you that they are just they are not people who are threatening national security. Let's continue. Critic Femi Fani-Kayode has described the company and alleged matters Act Cam as the greatest threat to Christendom in the history of Nigeria. The law signed by President Muhammadu Buhari empowers a supervising minister, to suspend the board of trustees of a church and appoint new one, as well as suspend the accounts of the church. Why? Why will you suspend it? The Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) has rejected the company and Aligned Matters Act 2020, saying appointing a supervising minister to suspend church trustees and appoint new ones is satanic. Reacting to the development, Femi Fani-Kayode said those behind the CAM law fail to understand that the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. He said, no matter what they do, Jesus remain Lord, and the gospel shall continue to flourish. Through the legislation known as Cama, represents the greatest threat to Christendom in our history. Those behind it fail to appreciate that the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. No matter what they do, Jesus remain Lord, and the gospel shall continue to flourish, he tweeted. Presiding Bishop of Living Faith Church Worldwide, David Oyedepo, has last Sunday rejected the Cama law, saying that he could not be alive to witness a minister removing a board of trustee close the accounts of the church. He said the church is not a club, neither shall it be mistaken for a company for the minister to have power to remove a board trustee or shut the accounts of the church. Also, CAN in a statement said the church cannot be controlled by the government because of the spiritual responsibility and obligations. How can the government sack the trustee of a church which it contributes? Does it contribute a dime to its establishment? Of course, no. How can a specular and political minister be the final authority on appointment and management of an institution which is not political? How can a non-Christian head of government minister be one to determine the running of the church? It's an invitation to trouble that the government does not have power to manage. Government should face the business of providing infrastructure for the people. Let them focus on better health provision, food, education, adequate security, employment, etc. The government should not be a busybody in a matter that does not belong to it. The government does not have the technical expertise to run the church of God because it is of spiritual nature. Nigerian government should pay attention to what it should be doing. These are the recommendations by the Christian body called CAN to President Muhammadu Buhari and to everyone who is out there going out to sign a law. Of course, we know that this is a threat to the Christian body in Nigeria, and what Christians have to do now is to pray, not just pray, and to speak out against a law that does not, facilitate the word of God being propagated. In every way, form, or kind, they are trying to do things that will make sure that the church of God does not see the light of day and does not, become what God has intended it to be. There is a lot going on. There is a lot going on right now, in Nigeria, where the government is doing what does not, what is not their business. They are doing other things instead of paying attention to what really matters. Well, Nigerians, it is time for us to stand up. Christians, those of you who believe that the church does not belong to Buhari and his ministers. They should pay attention to what matters. Well, how does the church relate to what is going on? How does the church relate to insecurity in the country, poverty, unemployment, to mention but a few? How does the church coming to be appointing, for instance, a Muslim to be the minister of a church? How does he relate? So these are some of the things that are happening in Nigeria, and the Nigerian government need to understand, that they cannot just come in, and just begin to speak into what have you in Nigeria. Well, people, you need to stand up for your rights. You need to defend what belongs to you, because Nigerian government is taking what does not belong to them. We've not heard what's his name now, Malamio, because this is where he thrives, and we've not heard those that should be speaking for the church. Anyway, if man will not speak, God will arise for his church. What do you think? Leave us a comment. Bye for now.